Hey there, welcome to PrimeTime TV. Today we're going to talk about golf and how it's perceived as a sport for the rich. But before we dive in, let's ask ourselves, how did golf, a game that started in Scotland, become so closely associated with wealth and privilege? And is this perception of the sport fair or accurate? Let's find out. Golf is a sport that has been around for centuries. It all began in Scotland in the 15th century. It's a game that requires skill, patience, and precision. But over the years, it's developed a reputation as a sport primarily played by the wealthy. But how did this perception come to be? And is it accurate? Let's take a closer look. The history of golf. Golf's origins can be traced back to medieval Scotland, where it was played on a course made up of natural terrain like sand dunes and rolling hills. It was a game primarily played by the upper classes, as it required a significant amount of land to play on, and the equipment was expensive. But why was it the upper class who played the most? Back then, the land was controlled by the elite, and the common people did not have the luxury or the resources to play golf. As the game spread to other parts of the world, it continued to be associated with wealth and privilege. In the United States, for example, golf courses were often built on land that was previously used for farming or other purposes, but was then acquired by wealthy individuals or organizations. These courses were then used as exclusive places for the wealthy to socialize and network. This is where the perception of golf as a sport for the rich and elite truly began to take shape. The perception of golf. This perception of golf as a sport for the wealthy is not entirely accurate. While it's true that golf courses can be expensive to build and maintain, and that the equipment can also be costly, there are also many public golf courses that are accessible to people of all income levels. Additionally, programs like the First Tee provide access to golf and golf education to young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. However, the perception that golf is a sport for the rich persists. This is partly due to the fact that golf tournaments, such as the PGA Tour, are often sponsored by luxury brands and take place at exclusive golf clubs. Additionally, the image of golf as a leisure activity for the wealthy is reinforced by depictions of golf in popular media, such as movies and TV shows. In movies and TV shows, golf is often depicted as a leisurely activity enjoyed by wealthy and powerful characters. This further reinforces the notion that golf is a sport for the rich. The reality is that golf is enjoyed by people of all backgrounds and income levels. While it's true that the sport has a long history of being associated with wealth and privilege, this perception is not entirely accurate. Golf can be enjoyed by people of all income levels and backgrounds, thanks to public golf courses and programs like the First Tee. Accessibility and inclusivity in golf. While golf has a reputation as a sport for the wealthy, there have been recent efforts to make the sport more accessible and inclusive to people of all backgrounds and income levels. For example, many public golf courses now offer discounted rates and programs for youth and underprivileged communities. Additionally, organizations like the First Tee provide access to golf and golf education to young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. Furthermore, there has been a push for more diversity and inclusion in golf, both on and off the course. This includes initiatives to increase representation of underrepresented communities in golf, such as women and people of color, as well as efforts to create a more welcoming and inclusive environment for all golfers. It's important to note that golf is not just a game for the rich, but a game for all. With the increasing number of public golf courses and programs aimed at making the sport more accessible, it's becoming easier for people of all backgrounds and income levels to enjoy the game. Golf has a long and rich history, dating back to medieval Scotland. While it's true that the game has been associated with wealth and privilege throughout its history, this perception is not entirely accurate. There are many public golf courses and programs that make the sport accessible to people of all income levels. But the question remains, how much has the sport changed since its origin? And is the sport still associated with the wealthy? Keep following us at PrimeTime TV to find out more.